Now let's see this question. The function f of x equal to 3 into x power 4 minus 4x cube plus 10 has a minimum value at x equal to dash. So they are talking about a function and they are asking us to find out the minimum value. Now how to find it out is, as I told you, first find out the f dash of x and equate it to 0, so that you will find out all the stationary points, right? So f dash of x, I am finding it out, which means first derivative. So first derivative I got this 3x power 4 minus 4x cube plus 10. If I find out f dash of x, I am going to get 12x cube minus 12x square, that equal to 0, right? So if you try to pull out 12x square as common, now I get that either x has to be 0 or x minus 1 has to be 0 if this product has to be 0, which means either x has to be 0 or x has to be 1. Now these are the two stationary points I got. So whenever you get stationary points, then either this point can be either a maximum or minimum, which means this point can be a point at which the function has either maximum or minimum. Similarly, this point can be a point in which the function might have either a minimum or maximum value, which we can't decide as of now. So for that, let's find out the second derivative. Okay, now if we try to find out the second derivative, we got this function. Now in this second derivative, try to substitute these values. So let's test for x equal to 0 first and then x equal to 1. Okay, because in the options both 1 and 0 are given, so let's test anyway both of them. So let's test x equal to 0 first. Now if I am trying to test x equal to 0 by substituting in place of f double dash, if I substitute in place of x 0, then I am going to get the answer as 0. So whenever f double dash x is equal to 0, we will not be able to decide anything. We have to go to f triple dash, right? So third derivative. So third derivative of x is 72x minus 24. Now in the third derivative, when I am substituting x equal to 0, then I am getting a number which is not equal to 0. So whenever at the odd derivatives, if you get a number which is not equal to 0, then you have to stop there and say that this point can neither be minimum nor maximum, right? So which means the point x equal to 0 is a saddle point or inflection point. So inflection point means which is neither a minimum nor a maximum. So the meaning of this point means it is neither a minimum nor a maximum. Got it? So x equal to 0 is ruled out. Therefore option might be x equal to 1, and also none is given, so we have to test it again. So for x equal to 1, again follow the same procedure. What is it? Find out, after finding out the x equal to 1 from f dash of x equal to 0, you find out double derivative and equate in place of x 1. So do that. Now when you find out double dash at x equal to 1, come here, at x equal to 1, now if you find out f double dash of x, this happens to be greater than 0. So what does it mean? Whenever second derivative of x is greater than 0, it means that at that point the function is having the minimum value, right? So f of x has minimum value at that point. At what point? At x equal to 1. Got it? So at x equal to 1, the second derivative happens to be greater than 0, which means it is having a minimum value at x equal to 1, right? So what is the minimum value if you want to find out? You just substitute 1 here. 3 into 1 minus 4 plus 10, which is 9. So 9 must be the minimum value of the function. Got it? So the answer is at point 1 we are going to have minimum value. Got it? Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454.